Hello everybody and welcome back. Today's block is called Foursquare. This is it. So we're going to move this out of the way and dive right in. We're going to do the white one. Obviously you saw the black one. So for this we're going to need 8 2.5 inch squares. I only have 2 here because I've done the rest. And we're going to need fabric B. That's fabric A, 8 2.5 inch squares. Fabric B is also 8 2.5 inch squares and 1 4.5 inch square. And fabric C is 4 4.5 inch squares. I'm just going to go ahead and lay these out where they go, because if I need to, then I can just come over and grab these and sew them together. But first, we're going to just sew. You're going to take all of your little 2.5 inch squares and match a white one up with a patterned one, or whatever, an A and a B up, whatever you choose. And we're going to sew those down one side. So we're going to go over there and do that. And then we'll be right back over to, oh, has my camera been like that sewing before? Whoops. Wonder what it was on the last one. We're going to play it anyway. Alright, we're just going to sew these up. Both of them. And then I am actually going to just grab that square and sew it together, because then we'll just be ahead of the game. Now you would have 8 sets of those to do. But we don't. So we're going to cut that off along with the other one that I had on there. Let's go back over. We're going to cut this apart. We're going to iron it open, and it does not matter which side at all. And then we're going to take this and we're going to turn it into a 4 patch. So we're just going to flip it over and pin it. Started using those clips a lot, but not on seams. Alright, I'm just gonna pin it in the one spot. We're gonna go over and sew that right down. And then I have this one over here to sew down, which is a different project that you'll see at another time. Now we're going to go back over, iron them open. Now we're going to have 4 of these. And we're going to actually iron on this block. We're going to iron the middle row to the outside and the top and bottom to the inside, because it'll be a solid square. So we're just going to lay that there. Then I actually laid that there correctly. We're going to grab the rest of our 4 patches. They fell on the floor again, just like last time. Alright, there we go. And these, you're going to put your hearts going in. These 2 fabrics should match. Now you could do it the other way, but it's a whole different block. Not a bad one, just not what we're doing. But practice. You might find something you like better. So now we're just going to sew our blocks into rows, and then we'll be back to pin our rows to sew them together. You can see. All right. I already did the middle one, so I'm going to skip it and go to the bottom one, and then we'll really just be right where we need to be. Now we'll cut the first one off and grab the third one. And the solid block was our middle, so we just have to make sure we're sewing it on correctly to the correct side. Then our middle row is all the way over it's already over on the mat. So I just grabbed it in the last block. Let's cut our bottom row off and grab it, the final square. Line it up. Now actually, since I don't have any more of the other projects prepared, I'm only going to cut the middle one off, and we're going to go over and just do these. Again, we're ironing this to the inside. The top and bottom are being ironed to the middle. It'll just be easier on you in the long run. And the middle one is ironed to the outside. So you're ironing them all to the same fabric. Oh, I already did that one. So normally I have the whole block here, but I didn't pull the other one off. So we're just gonna, well, I will. Let me grab it. Excuse me. Iron it. All right. And now you're going to make sure your things match up there and it forms an X. So we're going to just fold it down and pin it. The seams and the beginning and end on the first side. And then we're gonna flip it over and pin the bottom to the middle. Just flip it up, and I like to flip it over, so I'm pinning it this way. Pin the end. If y'all are making them also, sewing along, post them on the Facebook page. I would love to see them. I'm just going to hold that one. I would love to see them and hear how it's going for you. If you've had any struggles, if you can do something better than me. I'm all about improvising or improving. Well, improvising too, but I meant improving. Alright, let's grab this. I need to get more of that block prepared. Well, maybe I have enough, I don't know. Alright, flip it around so we can sew the other side. You just look for the pin and there's where you sew. Grab that pin out of there. Cut it loose. Cut it loose again and go iron it open. I'm ironing these to the middle because there's a lot less bulk. And there it is. I'll have to do some trimming on that one. No big deal. It's called 4 square. And the measurements on it are, again, you will need 8 2.5-inch squares of fabric A, 8 2.5-inch squares of fabric B, and 1 4.5-inch square, and 4 4.5-inch squares of fabric C. So I hope you make the block and love it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.